a world that is taking rapid steps towards innovation and under a feverish scientific race to keep up with the various fields of science and knowledge, it was necessary for the Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation to establish a pioneering scientific base to keep up with these developments. The National Water Research Center NWRC was established in 1975 to be the research arm of MWRI. NWRC works on basic and applied research solving problems related to the general policy of irrigation and drainage and conducting water studies related to River Nile and High Aswan Dam. It also estimates water resources from surface and groundwater sources and uses the latest equipment and scientific means for water resources management. NWRC includes 12 research institutes in Al-Qanadir Al-Qarida, a distinguished area in Egypt, which attests to a long history of great irrigation and drainage structures. The institutes work in water researches and studies in addition to the central laboratories for environmental monitoring and the Strategic Research Unit. Our journey starts within NWRC from the Water Management Research Institute, which conducts studies in the field of crop water consumption and irrigation networks development to ensure the optimum distribution of water. The institute operates 12 equipped experimental stations covering the whole country to achieve its goal. From WMRI to the Drainage Research Institute, which carries out applied studies to contribute to the development of the national plan and the improvement of agricultural land drainage in Egypt, as well as the development of means of planning and management of drainage reuse in irrigation and the provision of scientific solutions to drainage problems. And off to the Water Resources Research Institute, which undertakes studies of Wadi hydrology, and its floods, including the Nile Basin, as well as planning and designing appropriate projects for their exploitation and protection against environmental hazards. The institute has 3 branch offices in El Arish, El Tur and Hurghada, as well as the 3 main field camps in Ras Sidra, Nuwayba and St. Catherine in order to facilitate field research on which the institute depends on in its various studies. And the next station is with the Nile Research Institute, where studies and research of the Nile River in addition to the development of strategic programs to update plans for development of water resources and protection from environmental degradation are conducted. It also working on developing navigation in the Nile River and studying the flow in the High Aswan Dam Lake and participates in discussing the laws related to the protection of the Nile water and its management systems in quantity and quality. We are moving to the institute, which is the oldest institute in the center. It is the Hydraulic Research Institute, which conducts basic and applied research in hydraulics, river engineering, and open channels through the work of physical models of hydraulic structures such as Asiut and Diaraut barrages, as well as the hydraulic designs of irrigation and drainage structures and hydropower stations. It also introduces innovative control techniques for electrical power stations for optimum use to maximize their utilization and minimize thermal pollution. And next is the Channel Maintenance Research Institute, which studies the design of the canals and drains and their maintenance and the methods of aquatic weed control using environment-friendly techniques and developing them to match Egypt's environment. Also the introduction of new methods such as biological control of through the cultivation of grass carp or to benefit from these weeds in production of clean energy such as the experiment of extracting biogas from the Nile hyacinth. moving to another field, groundwater, where the Groundwater Research Institute conducts local and regional long and short-term studies. It also prepares and implements strategic programs for the development and management of groundwater. The institute also is involved in national projects as the 1.5 million acre projects. The Construction Research Institute studies the problems of soil mechanics and foundation engineering and works on the development of irrigation structures and construction materials used technically and its design in a cost-optimized manner, also the analysis of soil properties of different irrigation and drainage structures and their appropriate choice. Research and technical consultations related to electromechanical works and automatic control of major hydraulic structures and irrigation works are carried out by the Mechanics and Electrical Research Institute, which aims at developing scientific solutions of operational problems related to mechanical and electrical equipment. MERI also carries out investigation and assessment non-traditional energy sources utilized for water lifting in remote areas, which also serves the national grid. In the area of surveying, we find that the Survey Research Institute is working closely with the concerned authorities to provide studies, researches and technical consultations in the field of survey work. It also prepares highly specialized technical staff by giving them training in the latest technology programs. It also prepares highly specialized technical staff by providing training in the latest technology programs, in addition to establishing and updating data for coastal softwares and mathematical modeling and statistical analysis of account development, control, and evaluation of results in accordance with international standards. It is specialized in the field of surveying, geodesy, imaging measurements, remote sensing and geographic information systems. And moving to the province of Alexandria, where the Coastal Research Institute is located, which conducts applied studies, laboratory, and field studies for the estimation of morphological changes along the Egyptian coasts and provides design criteria and guidelines of cost-effective and environmental-friendly shore protection measures and structures. It also evaluates integrated coastal zone management, ICZM, under various climate change scenarios. And moving to the province of Alexandria, where Coastal Research Institute is located, which conducts applied studies, laboratory, and field studies for the estimation of morphological changes exposed to coasts, ports and coastal structures to find the most appropriate solutions and development of general planning projects. The Institute studies the environmental impact for protection of coasts and takes periodic observations and analyzes them to follow up changes on the Egyptian coast. In the field of climate, we find the Environmental and Climate Change Research Institute, which in cooperation with the concerned authorities aims to raise the environmental awareness on the level of the ministry's employees and outside it, and to implement the environmental law and strengthen the role of the ministry in applying it. It also examines climatic conditions at the national and regional levels. The Institute provides technical and scientific advice and data to policy and decision makers in environmental impact studies for local and regional water projects. Moving on to CLECM, which is the largest laboratory in the Middle East and is ISO certified. It works in the field of monitoring water and environment quality, as well as conducting chemical, natural and biological analysis of water and soil properties, quality, quantity, and pollution-wise in different water-related projects. Strategic Research Unit, established in 1993, is considered the first of its kind at the regional level in the field of water resources development, which works in cooperation with other research institutes on a number of important studies, including the evaluation of the performance of organic and inorganic filters to improve highly polluted drains. SRU is preparing the Atlas of Water Resources of Egypt for evaluation and adaptation of recent comprehensive water resources planning and management approaches/frameworks such as IWRM and Water, Food, and Energy Nexus, focusing on crop production and consumption. In addition to using the latest technological methods, we have a Geographic Information System, GIS, unit that creates water maps of Egypt with the participation of several research institutes in NWRC and the departments concerned in MWRI and other ministries. This assists decision makers to link to the Geographical Information System with several models, which helps to analyze the hydrological systems and give data and results with varied and accurate images. In the light of this huge number of researches and studies, it was necessary to have a central library, which was established in 1988. It is equipped with the scientific journals, periodicals. It is equipped with a computer center and a meeting room. The library has an internal and external network to connect with most departments of the ministry and research institutes. Finally, the National Water Research Center, NWRC, with its research institutes and units, and its activities in various fields of water science, is the hope of future generations to achieve a scientific breakthrough in the field of water science and linking the theoretical side of research with the practical aspect to maximize the benefit of every drop of water.